So this is how the personal project polystyrene drawing is right now. I would draw the sides of the glasses. In this case, they're meant to be sunglasses, so I'll be later coloring in the lenses exactly like this. But I used this color to draw the outline for the frames, because the frame's ultimately going to be this color. At around 9:30 in the morning, I had another helping of this for breakfast, since we gotta use up the party tray that we got. And in that helping, I put in the last duck sauce packet. I would have drawn the sides of the frames, but I think those are covered by the flap of the baseball cap that sticks out in front. In the morning, I finished the baseball cap, working on this side, and then this side. These characters in simplified Chinese are supposed to mean perseverance. And these two mean warlord. I used Google Translate to get the correct characters to draw. For the rest of the morning and into the afternoon hours, I put considerable thought into exactly what color I wanted to make the frames. At various points, I considered brown, but then decided I couldn't do that because I made that person's hair brown. Even though ultimately I ended up putting the sunglasses so high up that I don't think the eyebrows would really be visible, but I'll still try anyway. And then I couldn't do black because I would make the lenses black. Any other color would either not be serious looking enough or would be too light/bright for what I'm intending to do with this polystyrene drawing. The intent is for this polystyrene drawing to be a prop character in the 99th Dan Hamming episode, which I did a bit of work on by adding a text-to-speech line. Which this character will be saying in the episode. Ultimately, I settled on gray, a medium hue of gray for the frames of the sunglasses. We don't have any more duck sauce packets, so I'm just enjoying this house special Singapore noodles by itself. It's pretty good. Roughly from 6 to 8 p.m., Dan and I were at Salvatore's, where he used his points to get a free large pizza. If I recall, there was bacon on all of the pizza. And another topping separated by halves. On one half, sausage, and on the other, pepperoni. I ended up eating plenty of pizza. The pizza was cut up in squares like it typically is for a sheet pizza. Yeah, but this large pizza, it was a circle. I recall having at least 6 pieces of that pizza. A mix from both halves of that pizza. One of Dad's friends got an order of breaded wings, I think with sweet and sour sauce, from what I recall. And Dad's friend shared those wings with him and me. With one of those wings ultimately being given to me. It was pretty good. And then later, when Dad got an order of fried dough, another one of his friends who's also one of his co-workers as a mail carrier, it paid for the order of fried dough. It was very nice of them. Before all the food came, the only alcoholic beverage I got for the night was a mule that consisted of ginger beer and peach flavored vodka, in one of those copper mugs. And then when we left Salvatore's, Dad made a trip to Wegmans. And I stayed in the car at around 8:15 or so p.m. Yeah, by that point I was exhausted because of eating all of that pizza. And other food. And I believe that kind of time was the time I fell asleep yesterday. Yeah, but to the point where I nodded off. During the car ride to our local Wegmans, where Dad got another gallon of whole milk and other things, one of which I believe included a box of drumstick ice cream cones. These were all the different color Sharpie markers that I had to choose from. I brought them all using a white plastic bag and then took them out, and not only to see them, but also because a small hole had developed in that plastic bag. The main difference I've noticed between plastic bags and paper bags is that plastic bags have much more of a tendency to suddenly develop a hole than paper bags. I don't know if it was because I put too many Sharpie markers in, but I discovered that had happened today. Throughout the day, Dad did some cleaning around the house, and he also did some yard work. I think a big chunk of that included blowing leaves into a pile. If I manage to get this, I might use that to replace this. Gives me almost the same population benefit, but it's a whole lot smaller. I believe today Dad also worked towards filling in that memory curio that's full of some various stuff. Which includes some ceramic shoes that contain my baby teeth. That's one thing Dad told me about. It also includes some old drawings, both by me and my sister. Dad was able to find that ceramic glass or jar, but it's more like a glass than a jar, but it's called a jar, full of Chinese fortunes like these. These were fortunes when Dad and I would regularly get food from Americanized Chinese restaurants. Years ago when we still lived at Dad's old apartment unit. And today Dad also found the old polystyrene drawings that I made roughly 2 years ago when we were still at the old apartment unit. Which includes a couple of those masked guys drawn on polystyrene blocks and that polystyrene cup in which I drew a whole bunch of circles. Right after I got Skillshare again. Some months ago.